Good with y'all, man. It's your boy Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? So, hey, man, it's Friday night. You know that work week is over. I know y'all boss to stress you out, your co-workers and got on your nerves. This, that, and the third, but it's cool, man. It's time to relax, kick back. It's time for a liquor store run, man. So y'all come on in. We got hen, we got gin, whatever it takes to make you sin. So tap on in with the liquor store, man, and we're gonna get drunk with the Dallas Cowboy content together, man. So we got a nice little slate of topics to talk about tonight, man. We're gonna talk about some of the OTAs, some of the updates from the OTAs going on. We're gonna talk about this recent report about Russell Wilson, you know, curving the Philadelphia Eagles. He did not want to go there, apparently. And then, we're gonna also talk about this little windfall of money that the Dallas Cowboys got, man. So, we're gonna have a great show, we're gonna have a great time. I appreciate y'all for tapping into the liquor store and showing love, man. Action Jackson and Matt Badden, I see y'all tapping in. Salute to y'all for coming in and showing love to the liquor store. Hey, Matt, I'm doing great, my guy. I appreciate you for asking, man. So, hey, on the way into the liquor store, y'all know I need y'all to do a couple things, man. I need y'all to first hit that like button. We're trying to work the algorithm so they can find the content. Then I need y'all to hit that share button. I need y'all to let everybody know that the liquor store is open for business, man. So, everybody want to get drunk with this content with us, man. So let them know the liquor store is open. They can pull up. They can get their Rillos. They can get their liquor. They can get their Eagles tears. I don't want to put y'all on them Eagles tears because that's a step up from crack. You drink them Eagles tears, gonna get delusional, man. But yeah, but we got all that stuff in stock, man. We got Cowboy readers, everything. And also, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, you will receive half off all the merchandise inside of the liquor store. So, please, I encourage you to use your discount expeditiously, man, while supplies last. Yo, Darren Sutton, what's good with you, man? He said, been waiting for my weekend starter drink. I appreciate that. Big C Burleson, what's good with you, man? I see you tapping in with me. Hey, also, man, I need y'all to go ahead and also hit that cash out because, we're doing big things over here, man. We opened up a new raffle, and this is going to be the raffle for the Dallas Cowboys tickets. We will be raffling off tickets to the Dallas Cowboys home game against the Philadelphia Eagles. So first place winner will receive a Dallas Cowboy ticket for the Eagles game with a seat attached to it. So, you get to go there, relax, do this, that, and the third. Second place winner will receive a ticket to the same game, but it'll be for standing room. So you can still go into the game, have fun, wild out with the rest of the lunatics and fanatics. And the third place winner will either receive a PlayStation 4, or if they ain't down with games, they don't like to play games, they can receive a Dallas Cowboy jersey. So to enter is $10, and you can send that to $Hennythemoor. You can send as many entries as you want, and you got until the 1st of August to get your entries in. So we're gonna run it for about 2 months, and then we'll do the drawing the very next day. So salute to y'all. Thank y'all for helping the liquor store grow. Also, man, hey, if you know anybody that's trying to, here's some good, unadulterated Dallas Cowboys talk. If they like football, if they just like, podcasts, just let them know about the liquor store. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, and right now, we're at what 9? We're at 944, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not looking directly at the channel. So that'll be a win. That'll crush the Shigo season. Hey, listen, the Eagles have not beaten the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott since 2019. It's a guaranteed win. They're playing in Dallas. They haven't won in Dallas since 2017. So, it's a guaranteed win. So if you go, you'll have a great time like I did. I went to the Dallas home opener against the Eagles in 2021. We beat them by 20. I had the time of my life. Yo, Regina Green with the green. Salute to you. Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, that share button, man. Let everybody know the liquor store is open. Hey, Lee, what's up with you, man? I see you, my boy. I appreciate you tapping into the liquor store, man. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and jump into the content. Because, we got a big smorgasbord of stuff I want to talk to y'all about. So we're going to start with some updates from OTAs, but I do want to start with this one particular video. You know, I wanted to play this video earlier when Landlord was on the show. We were doing our drunk trapping show, but I couldn't find it. But is it getting close to the? Hey man, I know it's getting real close. Yo, JC Cowboy, what's up with you, my guy? Thank you for tapping into the liquor store and showing love, my brother. Hell yeah, we get drunk on this content tonight, man, for sure. So I want to play this clip for you, though, man. They are discussing, you know, some of the miscues that happened with the tight end room today. So, and listen, y'all know I was a guy that was pro Dalton Schultz, but I'm willing to give these young guys a chance. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. It's still early. They're still young. They're still figuring it out. But they didn't have a good day. So, you know, let's hear what they had to say about that.
7-on-7 and 2-minute situations yesterday. That's where the other tight ends were a little bit frustrating. You had Jake Ferguson, Dak Prescott rolling out, looking for Ferguson, coming across the field. Jake Ferguson was not in a position to catch the ball. He was not turning back for the ball. He wasn't working for it. Dak looks off of him, throws it, completes it. I think gets it down to like the 1 yard line, something like that. But he immediately, as soon as he releases the ball and it's caught, he turned over to Jake Ferguson and couldn't hear what he said, but you could hear he was vocalizing something to him. And you saw Dak kind of turning and demonstrating to him, like, I need you to do this. I need you to open up, look for the ball. You got to give me a window that I can throw to. Just being really firm. Didn't seem like he was being a jerk or anything, but just being very firm about, like, dude, this is what I need from you when we're doing this. And then 2 plays later, they're in red zone, and he throws a pass right on the hands of Peyton Hendershot, who famously in the Titans game had that bobble that bounced into, I believe, Kevin Byard's hands. Same sort of thing. Ball hits Peyton Hendershot's hands, he bobbles it, and scoops it right into the arms of defensive back Eric Scott. Oh, the 6th-round pick, who Eric Scott was yesterday. We mentioned Schoonmaker working with the veterans. Eric Scott was the only rookie working with the veterans yesterday. And when you look at the 7-on-7 and 2-minute situations yesterday, that's where the other tight end.
So that was them talking about some of the miscues that occurred with the young tight ends today. You know, yo, what's up with you? Don't let me mess this up. Plamker 101. I know I will have to watch it later. Okay. She was talking to JC. But yeah, man. So listen, they're young. They're just now stepping into these roles. You know, as good as Jake Ferguson showed he could be last season in spurts, you know, there's a big difference from taking over the lion's shares of the snaps than, you know, just coming in and being a spot player. So, you know, it's a lot more. There's a lot more intricacies into it. You know, a lot more responsibilities. You know, a lot more plays that he actually has to learn and run. So, you know, I understand why Jake Ferguson would struggle a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Dak did get on to him a little bit. He didn't cuss him out. He didn't beat him up or anything like that. But, you know, they got to get that down. You know, for as limited playmaker. Okay. Hey, I appreciate your playmaker. Hey, remember, I am from Arkansas. So, you know, you're going to have to just let me know, what some of this stuff is. But yeah, man. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I do think Jake Ferguson will get it down. You know what I'm saying? I do think he just needs time. He's still a very young tight end. It's only his 2nd year. And for as limited as Dalton Schultz was in his route running, I know he was an option route and comeback route master. You know what I'm saying? He did get open. He did present himself as open. He did give Dak Prescott an easy target. So, you know, Jake Ferguson is going to have to learn how to do that. So is it a tight end problem, Henny? I'm not sure just yet. We're going to talk about some of the things that they're speaking on right now. You know, hopefully, by the time the season starts, all the wrinkles are ironed out. And, you know, this is a well-oiled, well-polished passing offense with the tight ends doing their due diligence to get everything done. So, you know, hopefully they get it together. And right, Dalton Schultz had 4 years. It was year 3 before Dalton Schultz with the Dalton Schultz that I was standing on the table for. So, you know, he is much earlier in his development. right now. And you're right, they might need a veteran. The one thing that does concern me though, like I'm okay, with Jake Ferguson, having a issue getting open to start. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some nuances to route running from the tight end position that he hasn't picked up on yet. That's cool. That comes with time. What I am more concerned about really is Peyton Hendershot turning a touchdown into an interception. Right. Hey, what's up with you, Swain? I see you, my boy. I appreciate you for tapping into the liquor store, my brother. Hey, man, y'all make sure to hit that like and share button, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share. I got about 20 of y'all in here, and I got about 15 likes. So hit that like and share for me, man. Get this algorithm up, so everybody can find their way into the liquor store. Sharing the content, get belligerently drunk, and slap the shit out of some Eagles fans with us, man. It said liability. Yeah, so listen, we remember, they brought it up. He turned a completion into Peyton volleyball. Yeah, he turned a completion into an interception in the Titans game. Now, we ended up winning that game. You know what I'm saying? We ended up winning that game. But, we can't have miscues like that happen. One of the reasons I was happy about moving onward to this new offense is because they were getting rid of option routes. They were implementing more West Coast concepts. Dak Prescott was going to be able to get the ball out of his hand faster and make, more sound decisions. He'll be able to trust his throws a little bit better because he knows where his wide receivers are supposed to be. And, I thought that in of itself was going to cut down on some of the turnovers because Dak Prescott led the entire NFL, forgetting the turnovers, but he led it in interceptions on non-turnover worthy plays. So, there were several times where the ball careened out the hands of wide receivers and tight ends and turned into interceptions. So, I hate that is still a issue because I really do like Peyton Hendershot's skill set. I think he can be a good weapon for us, a good complementary to Jake Ferguson. So, I'm really down on hearing that. Because that's not really a question of route running. That's not really a question of blocking nuances. Like if the ball hits you in your hands, you got to catch the ball. So that's day one shit right there. So I am concerned with Peyton Hendershot's hands. He's shown me in a live game he'll turn it into, he'll turn a completion into an interception. So, I don't want to hear that in camp where there's really no pressure. Right. I don't want to hear that in OTAs where there's really no pressure. So I am concerned about Peyton Hendershot a little bit more than I'm concerned about Jake Ferguson because I do think Jake will get it together. But one other thing that concerns me about the tight end room before we move along to the next subject is y'all know that Shoemaker is in a boot. Shoemaker is sort of injured right now. I showed this graphic earlier when we were doing the Drunk Trapper show with Landlord from Alabama. Makes great content. Y'all definitely should go subscribe to his page if y'all have not already done so. But this from Todd Archer. He said rookie tight end Luke Schoonmaker was wearing a protective boot on his right foot. So he wasn't wearing a Gucci boot. He wasn't wearing a Timberland. He was wearing a protective boot. He's dealing with a case of plantar fascia that has limited his work in the OTAs. If y'all are familiar with this, this is similar to the kind of injury that Amari Cooper played through. To be fair, his name is Shoe. All right, bet. Well, if it's really Shoemaker, then it's different. Then that's fine. Yeah, man. But we remember this, from Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper had plantar fasciitis. I think it's the same condition. I just think that his was chronic, but we do know that plantar fascia limits your ability to move. It's a foot injury, can become chronic, can become recurring, and rookie I thought this tight end talk would have ended after the draft, but here we go. Shake my head. This can be a mess, to be honest. I know it could turn out to be horrible, but at the same time, it could work itself out eventually. Yo, Vato, what's up with you, my boy? I appreciate you tapping in, showing love to the liquor store. Hey, Double R, I see you, my guy. Thank you for tapping in. Pool maker. Yeah. I always want to get proved wrong when I say something negative about a player. I want them to be able to come in there, ball, make Pro Bowls, make rookie teams, do this, that, and the third. Because when they're successful, the team is successful, and that makes me happy as hell. Right? I don't ever want to be right about a player. So I do hope he can get over this. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are downplaying it. They're saying it's nothing serious, but we all know that they play injuries very close to the vest. They said that Dak Prescott was fine from that calf injury, and then it came out that it took him well into the offseason to fully recover from that. They downplayed Dak Prescott's shoulder injury back in 2019, and he ended up getting a procedure on it, in the offseason. So I don't really trust Dallas Cowboys when it comes down to injuries. They will tell you anything. So I'm going to watch it. Watch out for this. I'm gonna have my antennas up. So just keep in mind that and listen, he needs these reps. I already said out the gate, I thought that Jake Ferguson was gonna win the starting job outright. The fact that he's not on the field and he's not able to improve his route running, improve his ability to get out into passing lanes and get open, do this, that, and the third, which he really didn't do a lot of in college, it concerns me. Do we got a kicker yet? No. Right now, they're still rocking with the damn kicker that they brought in. Vizcano, whatever his name is, they have not went out and signed a veteran kicker. Second round pick. Yeah, I know, man. I know. But let's move along, man, because hey, Hoodlum, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in, showing love to the liquor store, my guy. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. So let's take a quick look at something else real quick. So we're going to talk about cap space because, as you know, today is June the 2nd. We know that Ezekiel Elliott was a post-June the 1st cut. Meaning what happened, they relieved Ezekiel Elliott of his position on the team, but the money and the transaction did not settle until today, June the 2nd. So the Dallas Cowboys received $10.9 million in extra cap space, from the Ezekiel Elliott deal today. So that actually ballooned the Dallas Cowboys available cap space by a lot. They're actually one of the teams that have the most available cap space left in the NFL. Right, great thing. So the Dallas Cowboys, just so you're keeping track, just so y'all are keeping track, the Dallas Cowboys have money. They got more money than most of everybody else in the league. Let's see, the Bears got more money, the Panthers, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Lions, and the Colts. Right, that's only 6 teams. Yo, shout out to Hoodlum, man. My brother said keep grinding, bro. Hey, bro, I will keep grinding, but I appreciate you. And man, you just entered for a chance to win these damn tickets, my brother, because you sent 10. That's enough for a raffle entry, Hoodlum. So let me get you in there. So, hey, salute to you. Good luck in the raffle. And if y'all want to be like my brother Hoodlum and get you a chance to win some tickets or win yourself a PlayStation, man, the Cash App is $Hennythemoor, and it's $10 to enter. And currently, Mickey, Dwayne Brown, Blake, and Hoodlum, all y'all have one entry, so y'all have the best odds of winning Dallas Cowboy jersey. Brian Kite, you're $5 away from getting yourself an entry to win the Dallas Cowboy jersey. So salute to you. Marquetta, you're $5 away from getting yourself an entry. DC for Life, Texas, you're $5 away from getting yourself an entry. So salute to all y'all. Appreciate y'all for y'all support. But yeah, man, so I like putting this out there because they always like talking about pie and cap space and shit that doesn't actually matter. Because last time I checked, cap space cannot line up and sack the quarterback. Cap space cannot line up and throw a touchdown. Cap space cannot get an interception and take it back for a pick six. Cap space does not matter in the grand scheme of things because it's very easy to manipulate. And the Dallas Cowboys actually got cap space right now. They are seventh in the entire league in available cap space. They got about $22 million. So the question now is, what do they do with it? What do the Dallas Cowboys do with all this damn money that they got laying around? Now, the smart thing, exactly, it ain't my money anyway. I listen. I love spending other people's money. I love spending other people's money. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get treated out to dinner, I'm ordering steak. You know what I'm saying? If I get treated to a movie, I'm getting the extra large popcorn, with the extra butter. I like spending other people's money. So, the fan base in itself has to get back into that mind state too. Like, these are millions of dollars that we ain't got, right? This is Jerry Jones money. And Jerry Jones is a billionaire with a B. Hey, shout out to Sharon Bell for the raffle entry. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the liquor store. So if y'all want to be like Miss Sharon Bell and get you a chance to win these Dallas Cowboy tickets or a PlayStation, all y'all got to do is hit the Cash App, $ Hennythemoor, and it's $10 per entry. Yeah, the extra large Drake, extra large popcorn. I'm gonna get a couple hot dogs. The matter of fact, the movie theater where I'm at, they got a Pizza Hut inside of it, boy. So I want the pizza too. So yeah, so like we gotta get out of the mindset of, and listen, it's really only the Dallas Cowboys fan base because they trained us, sadly. They have trained us to be damn near capologists. I think the Dallas Cowboys fan base as a whole understands cap space and signing bonuses and this, that, and the third more better than any other fan base in the NFL, just because they trained us up. They got us, and it don't make no sense. So really, and I'm not even looking for the Dallas Cowboys to make a splash and get a big name free agent or anything like that. But I do expect them to re-sign. Exactly, Vato. You beat me to it, Vato. And that's how I know you are a well-educated Dallas Cowboy fan. Pay your big four. You got a top 10 quarterback that needs a new contract. They got a cap hit of $59.4 million next year, but you can clear anywhere between $26 million and $39 million just by giving him an extension. You got an all-pro cornerback who leads the NFL in interceptions since coming to the league, on the final year of a contract. You can get that deal done. You got an all-pro wide receiver, that's setting records. He had the most receptions and yards by a Dallas Cowboy wide receiver in his first 3 seasons. You got to give him a contract. So theoretically, like I always point out when I do come in here and do my shows, man, if you go ahead and extend Dak Prescott first, right? If you extend him first, you open up the possibility of getting about $30 million next year, right? So you'll clear cap space. So you got this $22 million. Then you can clear another $30 million. So theoretically, the Dallas Cowboys know for a fact they can touch about $52 million to make some deals happen. They know for a fact they can touch about $52 million to make some deals happen. So, there's nothing to really discuss or talk about. Like, you got the money, you got the means. Yeah, I saw that. And I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to sign DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants a fair bit of money. And then, we're sitting here talking about paying CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb ain't got a contract. So how would CeeDee Lamb feel? How would CeeDee Lamb feel if you bring in a $20 million wide receiver and you ain't paid him yet? He up here playing on a rookie deal. He's eligible for an extension. You picked up his 5th-year option. He's eligible for an extension, and you ain't paid him yet. So I wouldn't even step on CD toes like that. So I really don't think the Dallas Cowboys need another wide receiver. Y'all know how I feel about Jalen Tolbert. You know, they saying that Michael Gallup is back to being Michael Gallup. Brandon Cooks is a dog. Who I think Brandon Cooks gonna have a 1,000-yard season. I think him and CeeDee Lamb will have 1,000-yard seasons in this offense. Like I really believe that, man. Just based on the scheme, based on his play style, based on his talent and skill set of being a 4-3 guy with a bunch of run after the catch opportunities, going up against cornerback twos. Cook is gonna cook some folks. So I don't really think we need another wide receiver. And you know, this is actually, and listen, I'm glad we talked about this because it's a good segue. This is a good segue. So according to Bill Barnwell's, these were the best off seasons by NFL teams. Now, I don't agree with Washington. I don't think they really did much. Miami, I think they already had a loaded team. You know, but I think the Dallas Cowboys are the team that had the best overall offseason. You know, just from top to bottom. If you're counting free agency and you count the draft, then the Dallas Cowboys had, cap on Washington. Washington don't do shit good. They must be talking about them getting a new owner because that's the best. You know, that's the best thing they did was switch ownership groups. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But I do definitely believe the Dallas Cowboys had an outstanding off season. They turned a complimentary pick into Brandon Cooks, who had 1,000 yards seasons as a pass catcher, been a true number one wide receiver since coming into the league. You know, so they definitely upgraded the wide receiver 2 position. Anytime, and listen, this is no shade against Noah Brown. I hope he has all the success in the world with the Houston Texans, right? But anytime you go from Noah Brown to Brandon Cooks, you know, you definitely upgraded your position tenfold. Brandon Cooks is 10 times better than Noah Brown ever was and ever will be. Y'all watch Shango, even with Cooks, he thinks the receiver room is still a major question mark. I'm going to stay positive and believe. I did not see that, but, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I believe in CeeDee Lamb because of what he showed me last year. I believe in Brandon Cooks because of what he showed me last year. Because listen, even though Brandon Cooks had a down season to his standards, he still would have been the number 2 receiver on our team, right? Because nobody else on our team even reached 600 yards receiving. You know, among the wide receivers, he had 699 yards, basically 700 yards. You know, and that was with him not wanting to be in Houston. That was with him having bad quarterback play. That was with him missing games. And he still had 700 yards receiving. So, you know, I believe in CeeDee Lamb. I believe in Cooks. I believe in the player development of Jalen Tolbert because I think he'll take a step. You know, I think that Michael Gallup himself is going to be better as well because he'll be healthier. So, you know, I do think this is a good wide receiving core. I think that, you know, adding Brandon Cooks is a better scheme fit even than somebody like DeAndre Hopkins, because DeAndre Hopkins is more of a, you know, it's more of a throw it up and get it kind of wide receiver. You know what I mean? He's more Dez Bryant. He's more this, you know, he's more that mode of wide receiver than he is a run after the catch guy, you know, than he is a speedster. So, you know, I think that Brandon Cooks scheme wise fits a little bit better than DeAndre Hopkins does. Also, you know, we also got to think about what we did on the defensive side of the ball, because we definitely made some moves. We definitely did a couple things, you know, to improve our defense. Because we also turned our other compensatory pick into Stephon Gilmore, who's a former defensive player of the year. Yeah, D-Hop is like Antoine Bolden. I thank you. That's a very good comparison. Big body wide receiver, good catch radius, great at contested catches, enough wiggle to make you look stupid if you take a bad angle. But, you know, they're not like superb speedsters or anything, but still dominant players. Don't get me wrong. I like D-Hop. just talking about scheme fit, I think that's Brandon Cooks fits the scheme a little bit better, but that's takes nothing away from DeAndre Hopkins as a player. But the fact that we were able to turn, a 5th round pick into Stephon Gilmore, that was a win. The Dallas Cowboys upgraded the wide receiver, not the wide receiver, but the cornerback 2 position. Anthony Brown. I love Anthony Brown. He did not have a particularly good year last year. Plus, he got injured. And then we saw a rotating door at cornerback 2 for the majority of the season. So Stephon Gilmore comes in and solidifies that. Said, don't bullshit around with the checkbook. Facts, man. Facts on top of facts. But yeah, we definitely seen, great improvement, not marginal. We didn't get a little bit better. We got a lot better at the other cornerback position. Because remember, Anthony Brown, before he got injured, was the most targeted cornerback in the National Football League. That is a proven fact. You can go look at his targets at the point when he got injured. Right? So, they were not trying to target Trayvon Diggs. They were not trying to target the run Bland. So, they went after who they thought was the weakest link. Hey, what's up with your DC for life? So, hey, brother, that did get you a full entry. So, salute to you. So, DC for life, you now got you a full entry, for the Dallas Cowboy ticket raffle, because you just hit the other 5. So, salute to you. And if y'all want to be like DC for Life Texas and improve your odds of getting this Dallas Cowboy tickets, because I will be raffling off tickets to the game. Just hit the Cash App. It's $10 per entry, and the Cash App is $Hennythemoor. What's topic? Oh, so we were talking about this topic. I'm gonna pull it back up for you. We were talking about them ranking the Dallas Cowboys as having one of the best off seasons in the National Football League, and I was just going through the list of reasons why that is true. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not agree with Washington having a good off season. I do not agree with Miami having a good off season, and I think the Eagles lost so much. They lost a ton of good talent, so I'm not really sure how the hell they're up there. So the list is a little bullshit, if we're being honest. I ain't gonna even sugarcoat it. The list is sort of bullshit. But I do agree with the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm just listening to the reason why I agree with that. You know what I mean? My brother said, "What's up, Cowboys family? DC for life. Let's freaking go, Cowboys!" Yeah, man. Hey, you always be turning me up when you come into the chat like that, man. Salute to you. Do you think Michael will play 8 different positions, or is they gassing us up, bro? Michael, listen, they gassing us up, but they're not gassing us up. And I know that sounds crazy. But Micah already done played all around the field. He already got snaps at outside linebacker. He got snaps at middle linebacker. He got snaps at right defensive end. He got snaps at left defensive end. He had some snaps at slot. He had some snaps at safety. So he already is damn near playing at every position on the field right now. This boy already got safety snaps on his resume. He already got corner snaps on his resume. Middle linebacker snaps, outside linebacker snaps, defensive end snaps. You know what I'm saying? So hell, I don't think they're gassing us up, but I'm not reporting on that because they already do it. So I'm not really sure what more they could do. Are they gonna let him play quarterback? They're gonna let him play running back? I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Yeah, man. And what's the crazy part about it, he had a pass breakup when he played corner. You think he may sneak to be on offense? I don't want him to be on offense. If anybody had to moonlight on offense, it would be Trayvon Diggs. I wouldn't mind Trayvon Diggs getting an offensive snap if needed, because he played wide receiver. He just now became a cornerback. He actually played wide receiver longer than he played corner. Neil said, "What up, Henny? I got abrasions on my hand from slapping all these Eagles fans. Man, 10 more today. You on a violent slapping spree, my boy. So salute to you, man. You definitely got your discount. So salute to my boy Neil for coming in with the strong pimp hand and laying the Eagles out where they stand. We're going to have a discussion if they let him play right tackle. Man, listen, Micah is very versatile, though. I wouldn't be surprised wherever the hell they put him at. Also, Neil, we opened up the raffle for the Dallas Cowboy tickets. So if you want a chance to win the Dallas Cowboy tickets, man, it is open. $10 per entry, $ Hennythemoor. I'm gonna repeat that throughout the show as more people come in, just so they can be aware. Let's see. Bland and Diggs setting up to be the cornerstones on the outside. Not if, but when Gilly balls out this year. Listen, man, I development of Deron Bland. Landlord coined a name for him. He be calling that boy anything but Bland. So, I like Deron Bland. And he definitely proven that he can be a starter on this team. I definitely think he has the slot cornerback position solidified at this point, just based on what he did last year. So, I like the kid. And I hope he continues to develop and produce. So, shout out to Deron Bland for being a baller. Because a DT was a DT, would he be the best defensive tackle in the league? Not at his current size, he wouldn't. But if Micah Parsons was like a big body dude and he still had the same speed and wiggle, then yeah, like he'd probably be an Arizona kind of player if he had the body type. Yeah, man. Let's take a quick light break. We got about 50 people in here watching the show, and only 37 over here on YouTube. Everybody hit the like button if you're over there on Facebook, and I thank y'all for the love and support, man. Real talk. Y'all are the reason I get up here in front of this camera and make this content, man. So I appreciate y'all. Real talk. But yeah, man. And you listen, we were talking about Stephon Gilmore. We didn't even talk about the other moves that they made to improve the defense. Like Maji Smith. We're counting the draft. Bringing in Maji Smith was an excellent acquisition. He was the best one tech in the whole draft, and we were able to get him. He was the best run stopper in the draft. We were a very subpar run defense. So, we think that he can come in and have an instant, impact. We retained the services of Jonathan Hankins. So, your defensive tackle room has gotten better by doing that. A move I didn't see coming, we retained the services of Dante Fowler, who I thought would have priced his way out of Dallas with how well he played. We kept Tack McKinley. So, the Dallas Cowboys quietly had a very great offseason. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't lose anybody we cared about. We lost Noah Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, salute to Noah Brown. But, Brandon Cooks is far better. We lost McGovern. That's cool. I think Tyler Smith or whoever the hell else they put out there is going to be a better left guard than he was. So, the Dallas Cowboys lost guys that they didn't need. They kept everybody they wanted. They added better players. So, yes, the Dallas Cowboys definitely had one of the better off seasons among teams in the NFL, hands down. We're going to have to cut some good players. There are going to be some great players that get cut, man. Especially, listen, that we had a great undrafted free agent class, man. I hope that they're able to make the practice squad. But man, we killed it. We killed it with the undrafted free agents, man. We killed it. There's a bunch of guys I'm really high on, come out of that class. Yo, Big Benny Rich, what's good with you, my boy? I appreciate you for tapping into the liquor store and showing love, my guy. I do appreciate you. Hoodlum said this season it feels different. I know, man. Listen, we feel this way because we trust our coaching staff, we trust our quarterback, we trust our overall personnel. I don't really think we've been in situations like this in a long time. Like you're confident in your staff, confident in your quarterback, you're confident in your defense, you're confident in your wide receivers. Like, bro, like I ain't felt this way in a very long time because I wasn't confident in Kellen Moore. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't really confident in Jason Garrett when he was the head coach. You know what I'm saying? So, and remember, I wasn't really confident in our pass catchers outside of CeeDee Lamb last year. I was surprised Noah Brown played as well as he did. I was surprised that Michael Gallup played as many games as he played in. So, I'm very confident in our overall team this year. I think that's why everybody it's so positive going into the season. I have a couple question marks about the offensive line, but I feel like the personnel to keep the offensive line good is already on the team. I just think people in their natural positions and not try to reinvent the wheel. In that way, I think that the offensive line will be fine. Facts. I'm confident on both sides of the balls as well, man. So let's take a look, man. I got a couple more topics for us to talk about, man. Wide receiver room was bad. Noah Brown as a number 2 or what? Yeah, man. Like Noah Brown been a number 5 wide receiver his entire career. My biggest concern is hopefully they get it under control, man. Hopefully they get that shit under control. So so there was a report. You know what I'm saying? There was a report that Russell Wilson almost got traded to the damn Philadelphia Eagles. Can you believe that? Danger Russ almost got traded to the Philadelphia Eagles and almost became a shit eater. So they said that the deal was basically done for quarterback Russell Wilson last offseason. But Wilson refused to be traded to Philadelphia. So, I'm going to talk about this from 2 angles. I did ask some of the Eagles on Twitter how they felt about it. I asked them, did they feel like they dodged a bullet, or do they feel like Russ could have probably got them over the hump with their overall, season that they had with the team that they had? Do they think that Russ could have did the same thing and probably did better, right? So yeah, they wanted Russell Wilson. And to be honest, and to be fair, Jalen Hurts wasn't really good in 20. I done clicked the thing 30 times apparently. He wasn't really good in 2021. They made the playoffs, and when they went to the playoffs, they got blown out. He threw, you know what I'm saying? So Jalen Hurts did not have a fantastic season. They were a wild card team. They went on the road and got blown out by Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So, I understand at the time where they had doubts about Jalen Hurts. He ain't showed them nothing at that time. But, like I said, with this scenario, it's a double-edged sword. If they traded for Russell Wilson, they probably don't have the means to trade for A.J. Brown. They probably don't have the money to pay some of these other players that they brought in, make them some of the moves that they made. So they probably don't have that same Super Bowl roster, if Russell Wilson goes. However, on the flip side, if they do get Russell Wilson, right? I think for the next couple more years, they're more dangerous. Because Russell Wilson did not play good last year, but we know for a fact that Russell Wilson is a future Hall of Famer. Russell Wilson has been to 2 Super Bowls. Russell Wilson, works well with a run game, and they had a Pro Bowl running back. So the RPO stuff they were doing, they could have still did with Russell Wilson. He would have still been very effective. So and especially having him long term, having Russell Wilson in the division for the next 4 or 5 years would have been a pain in the ass. Because I do think Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. So I still, if Jalen Hurts is going to develop into a great quarterback, or if he was just a flash in the pan, I know for a fact in the right situation, Russell Wilson would have been a dog. So and again, I know it sounds crazy me saying this after what Russell Wilson did last year. He ain't do shit. He was horrible. He was one of the worst quarterbacks in the league last year. But he also played for Nathaniel Hackett, who had no idea what the hell he was doing as a coach. So, I believe behind that offensive line with that running game, if they called it similarly, he would have still been effective. And I do think they would have still been able to get some other players. They may not have been able to get A.J. Brown, but they might have been able to make a trade for DeAndre Hopkins earlier or something. You never know. It's a domino effect of things that we will never know how they would have failed. But I am happy that I don't have to deal with Russell Wilson the next 4 or 5 years. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would have been much harder, to deal with. So I'm glad that they got Jalen Hurts. One day I might, live to regret it. But for right now, I'm fine with Jalen Hurts in the division until he showed that he could consistently beat me with his arm. Big Ben said, was on my way to the crib and realized the liquor store was open. Well, my brother, you got to understand. The only reason they made the playoff of 2021 because remember they added 17. Yeah, they went 9-8. They went 9-8, so they added an extra team. So that's why it ended up happening like that. Yo, Q-Ball, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping into the liquor store and showing love to the channel, my man. It said was a good QB, but not no Hall of Famer. Well, let's see. I think he'll get in just based on this. So let me show you something. If you look at Russell Wilson's career stats up to this point, came into the league in 2012. Russ has made 9 Pro Bowls, made an All-Pro team, Walter Payton Man of the Year, Super Bowl winner, led the league in passer rating 2015, led the league in passer rating in 2017, won the Barstool Award, thrown for 308 touchdowns, thrown for only 98 interceptions, has a career passer rating of 100.2, was one of the best in league history, threw for over 40,000 yards. Oh yeah, Russell Wilson getting in. Now, yeah, Russell Wilson getting in based on those numbers. So you got to remember, they have like a grading scale in order for you to get into the Super Bowl. Let me show it to you. Matter of fact, let's get into the Hall of Fame. They got like a grading scale. Hall of Fame odds. So Pro Football Reference actually has a Hall of Fame monitor. I'm gonna actually screen share this with y'all so y'all can see. So this is PFR, very good stat site. This is the Pro Football Hall of Fame monitor. Pro Football Reference Hall of Fame monitor is a metric designed to estimate a player's chances of making the Pro Football Hall of Fame using AV, Pro Bowls, All Pros, championships, and various stat milestones. The players listed below are the top 250 Hall of Fame rated players who played quarterback starting in 1955 or later, or at least 50 career games. A score of 100 is around the average modern era inductee. So you see these guys. Tom Brady's going to be a Hall of Famer. He got a score of 263. Peyton Manning's already in, 257. Aaron Rodgers, 192. Brett Favre, 179. John Unitas already in, 160. Joe Montana got in with a 154. Drew Brees is a 140. So let's go down here and find Russell Wilson as real quick. So Russell Wilson is a fringe one because he's at an 83.10. So to be fair, Kurt Warner got in with an 88.78. So Russell Wilson, if he has a couple more good years, is probably going to be a lock for the Hall of Fame. Just based on the fact he'll probably have double digit Pro Bowl selections. He already has a Pro Bowl. Hey, listen. I want you. You said no Pro Bowl, no All Pros. Troy Aikman never made an All Pro team, and he of course he's in the Hall of Fame, right? But Troy Aikman doesn't have anywhere near the same stats as Russell Wilson. But he won 3 championships. He made like 5 or 6 Pro Bowl teams. Never made an All Pro selection. So it just how they do the metrics. There's a couple of guys in the Hall of Fame that ain't got no MVPs. There's a couple of guys in the Hall of Fame that ain't got no All Pro selections. But no, that's just how it is. You know, they think that Eli Manning has a good chance of making it in. No, I don't think that Eli Manning is deserving, but you know, when you win multiple Super Bowls, you know, you make a couple Pro Bowl teams and you throw for a bunch of yards, they like putting you in. Roger Staubach, Captain America. He didn't have to lead a team. And I think that's the misconception, you know, when it comes to like the Hall of Fame. You know, your individual stats alone, they good enough, you'll probably get into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? You know, that's why I don't like when our players, you know, skip out on Pro Bowls and things like that, because they count that stuff. You know, when they're judging guys to get into the Hall of Fame, all that stuff that we don't care about, they look at. They look at Pro Bowl selections. You know, they look at this, that, and the third. They look at your yardage. You know what I mean? So, and listen, there's some guys that I don't necessarily agree with that are going to get in. I think Michael Vick should get in just based on the fact that he changed the game for mobile quarterbacks. Just about the fact that he reinvented the game. So yeah. So, you know, it's not me agreeing, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are some guys on here that probably shouldn't be on the way into the Hall of Fame. But, you know, there's certain metrics. Most of the guys have hit that metric, they'll probably make it in. Hell, there's a chance that Matthew Stafford with one Pro Bowl selection is going to make it. Matter of fact, Matthew Stafford ain't got not a damn Pro Bowl selection. No, he got one. He got one Pro Bowl selection, never been an All-Pro, but you know he has about the same odds of getting in as Warren Moon. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And yeah, listen, if you're a multi-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, if you win 2 Super Bowl MVPs, you should damn near be a lock to make it in. You should be a lock. Cause at that point, now you can't tell the story of the NFL without that player, because they were the best player on the Super Bowl team. So how are you gonna lead them out, right? Yeah, there's mugs in there in the Hall of Fame without Super Bowl wins. We know how great of a player Dan Marino was, but that man ain't never won no championship. He put up great regular season numbers. He won MVPs, and he did that. Hell yeah, Pat Mahomes already a Hall of Famer. That man, they got multiple Super Bowls and multiple Super Bowl MVPs. That man is solid. He can retire right now and make it. They probably will put him in the moment he retires. But yeah, but I actually got some other stuff to share with y'all. I got an article I want to read to y'all real quick, and this is actually covering every position from OTAs. So actually, shout out to Mike Fisher. He composed this entire article. So we're gonna take a look at it. There's gonna be a positional review from OTAs. Give a damn about no Clorox bleach, so I'm finna shut that down. All right, we're gonna start with the running back position. Tony Pollard has been in the building during the last 2 Thursday open to media sessions inside Ford Center. But this week, the Pro Bowl back, returning from the broken left leg and high ankle sprain he sustained in the playoffs at San Francisco, was limited on the courts work with trainer Britt Brown. But not to worry, Pollard said, reporting that he has been running and cutting at full speed, that he is a little bit ahead of schedule. I'm not really limited at this point. I'm just being smart with it, said Pollard. Honestly, I feel faster, said TP, who when fully healthy was already one of the NFL's speediest backs. Meanwhile, with Pollard expected to be a full participant when camp begins, a great stable of backs here, as Tony called his backups in post-Ezekiel Elliott era, continue to battle. Vet newcomer Ronald Jones is the established guy, but along with Malik Davis, Rico Dow got some reps with the first team. As for rookies, Deuce Vaughn and Hunter Lepke, how I say the boy name, there are those here in the building who are 100% convinced that the diminutive Deuce is going to make the team. I bet he is. Fellow rookie DeMorvian Overshown probably feels that way as the Texas product considers his time chasing around Kansas State's Vaughn as his biggest college challenge. And Luke, as with Mozzie Smith, we wonder if Dallas is going to have to let the guys put on the pads before we experience the fullback's full potential impact. For right now, Pollard said, I'm just letting my agent and ownership handle that and just trying to focus day by day, coming in, doing what I have to do. Wide receivers. All right. So that was what they had to say about the running backs. I ain't going like Ronald Jones might be better than Zeke right now. Ronald Jones ain't very good. So, I don't know. He gonna listen. He gonna have to show me something. Yeah, Big Ben, and I just seen your other comment. Big Ben is definitely a Hall of Fame. Better after an injury like that. Scary, yeah. Facts. All right, so we're moving on to the wide receivers. CD Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Michael Gallup all worked on Thursday. Next up, Jalen Tolbert versus Simi Fehoko. Dang, let me read that article. I think my boy Jalen got him. But I like Simi too. So, I hope there's a spot for both of them. And then there is the wild card, the elusive Kevontae Turpin, who will be coming on the show next week, by the way. So y'all tap in for that. Even running routes against air, he's fun to watch. But can Dallas really incorporate him into the offense? And by the way, no, we don't think Dallas is hot on the trail of winning a bidding war for DeAndre Hopkins, though, as Coach Mike McCarthy put it, Hop is a hell of a talent. He is. So we're moving on to the tight ends. We already know that Luke Schoonmaker spent the day with a boot on his right foot. The Cowboys insist it's nothing serious for the second rounder, but we will monitor Tuesday at minicamp. Yeah, same thing I said. Like, you tell me whatever the hell you want to tell me. You can also piss out a window and tell me it's raining. So, I ain't going to believe nothing. Ferguson obviously has the edge over a field that includes Peyton Hendershot, Sean McKeon, and Seth Green. Offensive line, the jump out note here with Zach Martin, rest, and Terrence Steele rehab, not practicing. The first team and full-time left tackle was once again Tyler Smith, and they had Tyron playing right. Matt Forniak started at left guard. Tyler Biadasz at center, and Josh Ball was at right guard. Horrible. The Cowboys think highly of fifth-round guard Asen Richard, but he's essentially a third stringer right now. All right, so down to the quarterbacks. Dak Prescott's effectiveness is difficult to gauge. It's more about confidence and comfort in the new offense installed than it is about pinpointing some incredible throw in a walkthrough. But we will joke a bit about Prescott interception in the red zone work that, of course, was perfectly fine toss that bounced off the hands of Peyton Hendershot. I know, we talked about it. Defensive line. Michael Parsons spent a great deal of time at the end, while at the same time downplaying any desire to lead the NFL in sacks. Okay, made positive observations about Sam Williams and the year 2 jump. Okay, linebackers. Let's look at linebackers. Cool to watch the teacher Leighton Vander Esch and the pupil Damone Clark. Clark clearly trying to soak up knowledge on the fly. We're learning that rookie Overshown is also in that same study hall mode. Meanwhile, coaches also seem pleased with the development of Jabril Cox. That is a pleasant surprise. I'm actually going to stop right there for 2 seconds. Y'all know I've been talking crazy about Jabril Cox. I've been talking bad about that boy. So, hopefully, he is developing, man. It's year 3, if I'm not mistaken. So, hopefully he's making a jump in his development. hopefully he's out there, making tackles, getting on the field. Because he got athletic ability, but he just had to be better as a tackler. So maybe he finally done put it all together at this point. That's a very good linebacker room with Jabril Cox actually becomes who everybody thought he would be. Okay. Starting cornerbacks Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore were not in attendance, freeing up Deron Bland and Eric Scott, who were the first team corners. Scott got the aforementioned interception, and Bland, while other guys might be moving around positionally as a way to salvage something, Bland is doing some work outside because we think the Cowboys are discovering how very good he is at it. And special teams, Von Turpin split reps on Thursday, and return guys could be. Meanwhile, Tristan Vizcaino, who is our kicker, is the only kicker on the roster with 6 of 8 on his field goal attempts. He missed from 44 and 55. That's horrible. All right, I'm done reading that. So, yeah. Regina Green, everyone need a dream. Okay. So, yeah, man. So, there was some off-season news and updates provided by Mike Fisher. A lot of it is stuff we already knew. A lot of that stuff is stuff we already talked about on past shows. But, they had it compiled all together in one spot. But, is what it is. Nothing new or groundbreaking from that report. But, let's move on, man. He said, sign Randy Bullock now. I will sign anybody. I really want Robbie. I told you I want Robbie Gold, man. He ain't missed a postseason kick yet. He's perfect in the postseason. The lunatic said it's time for a light break and to slap a filthy fan. You was damn right, my brother. So, yeah, man, let's get these likes up on the channel, man. Let's get the likes up, man. Y'all hit the like and that share button for me. Hit that like button, hit the share button. Tell a friend to subscribe. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, my brothers. And right now we are sitting at how many folks enjoying the liquor store? We're sitting at 943. So I need 57 more people to get to 1,000. So salute to y'all for helping me grow the channel, showing love. And also, the raffle is still ongoing. If you want to support the raffle, it's $10 per entry. First place winner will get a ticket to the Dallas Cowboys home game and get the Philadelphia Eagles with a seat attached to it. Second place winner will get a ticket for standing room. Third place winner will get a PlayStation 4 or a jersey. It's up to you. I know, man. Piss out the window. Also, hit the live button. Hit the live button. Because I think y'all a little behind. My breakout player, Jalen Tolbert, Sam Williams, Damone Clark. I definitely do agree with that. Jalen Tolbert, I feel we're going to have opportunities to make plays. HCM, can you look up the number of the plays we ran in 12 and 11 personnel last year? Big Mike wants to run the damn ball. That seems like 12 to me. Let's see. I might be able to find it. It might take a little bit, but, I might be able to find that, my brother. I had to probably put it up after the show, but I will find it. I will find it for you, though. That is very interesting. Sign a kicker now. Yeah, listen, I would take any veteran kicker. Any veteran kicker I would love. I would love any veteran kicker, especially one with playoff experience. Because I keep saying this. I be sounding like broken records, but, I like trying to get my point across when we talk about these things. Brett Maher was not bad during the regular season. He actually was outstanding kicking in the regular season. But I don't know. Maybe the lights got too bright. Maybe somebody kidnapped a family member and made him miss the kicks or something. I don't know. but he was awful in the playoffs. So, I need somebody that would be fantastic kicking under pressure, kicking in the postseason. I need somebody with that pedigree. And right now, Robbie Gould is the best guy available for that. Now, he doesn't have a massive leg, but he's accurate. I would take having to get a couple yards closer, than having to, worry if my guy gonna make an extra point. That's crazy. Completely crazy. Hey, shout out to my brother Neil for the raffle entry. I appreciate you for your love and support. So, matter of fact, let me go ahead and update this real quick. So, Neil has an entry. So, as it stands, Mickey has an entry. Dwayne Brown has an entry. Blake Hart has an entry. Hoodlum has an entry. Sharon Bell has an entry. DC for Life and Neil. So, all y'all have one entry. So, salute to y'all. Good luck with the raffle. Hope that y'all are able to get what y'all want. And if y'all want to be like them and improve your odds of getting the Dallas Cowboys tickets to the home game against the Eagles, then just hit the Cash App, $Hennythemoor. And it's $10 per entry. We'll be doing it from now until August the 1st. No hoodlum, bring back Zeke if you're doing that. Kicker is very much a mental thing. You go through the motions, you go through the process, but once you lose your confidence as a kicker, once you get the yips as a kicker, it's just about over with. Most of the time they get the yips and they can't, and they just stop making kicks. So, we seen that with, what's up with the lunatic? He said, for a winner chicken dinner. Okay, salute to you, brother. Salute to you. All right, y'all want to be like the lunatic, man? Hit the Cash App, $Hennythemoor. Improve your odds of winning that Dallas Cowboy tickets, man. And remember, I don't know how many of y'all been out there to Dallas, to the stadium. It is impeccable. That's why we're doing a home game. I ain't sending y'all to, Washington where the damn stadium collapsing. I ain't sending y'all to New York or any of these other shitty stadiums. We're gonna go down in Dallas, man. We're gonna do it in Dallas, man. But yeah, man, let's move on to the Q&A portion of the liquor store, man. You listen to me ramble on for about an hour and some change at this point. So now it's y'all turn to let y'all feelings be known. It doesn't matter the subject. It's 10:40 on a Friday night in June. There ain't no football being played. It doesn't matter. So, we can talk about offensive players, defensive players, coaching decisions, upcoming games, free agents, so on and so forth. It don't even matter. Y'all just put y'all questions in the chat box, and I'm pretty sure I can come up with an answer for you. And if not, then, we will depart. We'll close down the door to the liquor store, and, we'll come back at a different day. When you consider your quarterback being turnover prone, do you factor in fumbles or just interceptions, trying to get a clear eye view? It would be everything above, right? It would be fumbles lost. Fumbles lost would be the metric because we seen Dak Prescott fumble the ball and throw touchdowns. We seen Dak Prescott fumble the ball and throw first downs. So the metric to look at is fumbles lost and interceptions. So, and even with that, he's not bad in terms of overall turnovers. So, I think it's somebody like Josh Allen. Josh Allen led the entire league in total turnovers. He had almost as many interceptions as Dak Prescott, and then he had way more lost fumbles. So, that will be a turnover-prone quarterback to me. What Dallas position coach you most looking at? I am looking at the online coach. I definitely am too, because and I was very critical of Philbin. So I definitely am looking forward to this next offensive line coach that moving over to his own run blocking scheme. So that's really what I want to see, how they actually adapt to that. Does it help fix some of the issues along the offensive line? And really, we got good offensive line personnel. I'm very high on Tyler Smith. When Tyron plays, he's exceptional. Tyler Biotis is slowly growing on me. Zach Martin is a Hall of Famer. Terrence Steele, when healthy, is superb in the run blocking game. So we got good offensive line personnel. I just got to see if they can get the most out of those guys from the coaching standpoint. HCM, do you see us keeping both Deuce and Turpin? Yes. Kavontae Turpin is a Pro Bowl player. They think about adding him to the offense. He's currently the fastest player the Dallas Cowboys have. So, even with the changes to the kicking rules, I think that he has enough value in the passing game in the eyes of Mike McCarthy, who likes, to have playmakers like that on the team. I think he has enough value for him to make it. And, I think that Deuce Vaughn, there's a lot of questions in the running back room. He could easily carve out a spot. So, I have no concern about Deuce or Turpin making it. There'll probably be guys at the back end. I think Ronald Jones will have a hard time making the roster. Rico Dow might end up getting cut again. So, those are some guys I think may not make the team. I could, of course, be wrong, but, I think that Turpin and Deuce are safe. I think Turpin and Deuce are very safe. Oh, yeah. Nah. Like, Dak Prescott only had 10 interceptions. So, let's take a look. Dak Prescott 2021. Deuce can play a little bit of everywhere. When you're an offensive player of that size, you need to have versatility. He need to be able to run the ball. He need to be able to catch the ball, whether it be out the backfield or out of the slot. You might even want to use him on punt return. That's really the type of things that made Darren Sproles exceptional. Darren Sproles never had 1,000-yard rushing season, but he still made impacts as a guy that will get you like 500 to 700 yard receiving, 500 to 700 yard rushing. He'll give you some returns for a good chunk yardage. So guys like that, you just need to get them on the field to make some plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really matter where you put them. It's just trying to get them the ball. So I definitely could see Deuce Vaughn getting some slot work, getting some work out the backfield. Getting some work in the kick return game. Along as the dynamic aspect of his athleticism translates to the NFL, I don't mind where they put him. Yeah, I definitely do believe that TP can have a 1,600 all-purpose yard season, because he almost had 1,600 yards all-purpose last year, right? But let's see, Tony Pollard had like 1,300 yards last year, and he was carrying, the ball at a much lower rate than Ezekiel Elliott. So Tony Pollard had 1,007 rushing yards last year, and then he also had 371 receiving yards. So let's do some quick math on that. Right, let's do some quick math. So 1,007 plus 371. So last year he had 1,378 yards. So he only need 222 more yards this season to get to 1,600. So, that's not much. So, yeah, he had 1,378 last year. So, yeah, there's a good possibility of him getting 16 on purpose. So, I hope one day we can sneak Bill Callahan back in as our O-line coach again. How old is Bill now, man? He might not even want to coach no more. Is he still in the league? I ain't kept up with him. Parsons and Slam off the edge on the third and medium/longs. I would like that. But listen, once you get a team in the third and desperate, that's why I'm gonna start calling it third and desperate. You know, you got to chunk the ball down the field or do something crazy to keep the drive alive. No, you can do a lot of different things. You can have them on the edge, and then you can kick DeMarcus Lawrence onto the inside, right? He said Cleveland online coach. Okay, let's see. When you go to Cleveland, you know it's like going to a black hole. So I didn't know that. You know, there's nothing good in Cleveland, so I didn't know anything about it. And I'm just being facetious. Like, there are probably some great people in Cleveland. I'm just talking shit. Y'all don't cancel me for talking crazy. But yeah, you can do a lot of different things. You know, once you get to third and desperate, you can have those two guys on the edge. You can kick DeMarcus Lawrence on the inside, and probably put Mozzie out there if you want. If they believe his pass rushing ability, or put Osa out there, who's already a proven pass rusher. So there's a lot of different things you can do. You know they will be exotic. You know, Dan Quinn has a large bag of tricks, and he likes pulling them out on third down and long. So we'll see what they do. Oh, damn. My damn music done stop. They said, forget me. Hold on. I'm going to put my music back on. They tweaking. You can't stop the music in the liquor store. Man, it's the liquor store. Yeah, they tripping. Yeah, they tweaking. All right, what's the next question, y'all? What's the next question? With last year's cornerback injuries, is that why J. Lou will probably make it again this year? I don't know. Oh, Turpin is gonna be on next week. If I'm not mistaken, it will be next Wednesday at 9. If it changes, I will let you know. You know that what the conversation is right now. When Wes is actually handling that aspect of it. So, you know, if things change, you know, I'll find out from him and I will let y'all know. But, you know, J. Lou is a good player. You know what I'm saying? He is a very good player. You know, I just don't know what the Dallas Cowboys will keep him around the full season for that 4.7. You know what I'm saying? Because whether they could have traded him now or they could have traded him right before the deadline, you know, they'll still save the same amount of money. So, you know, they might keep him around just in case of somebody going down, because he is a good player. He does have veteran leadership. He's a leader in that locker room. You know, he's played a lot of football. So there's a possibility that they want to keep him around because of that. Or, you know, they could keep him around till the trade value is a little bit higher. They might find a team that's desperate for a good corner. They might have to get an injury or something happen, and they could, you know, boost up his, you know, hold on to him and boost up his trade value and trade him before the deadline. So, you know, ain't no telling what they're really planning. But, you know, the Dallas Cowboys got all the cap space in the world right now. They got $22 million. I don't think they hard pressed for money, because they probably ain't gonna spend that money they got right now, right? So, you know, at this point, just go ahead and keep J. Lou. Just go ahead and keep J. Lou at this point. You got money that you probably ain't gonna spend. You don't need another $4.7 million to sit in a bank account and collect dust. Stephen White, what's good with you, my brother? I appreciate you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my guy. Salute to you. So yeah, at this point, keep J. Lou. I ain't gonna sit here and just fake the funk like I was one of the guys beating the table for him to stay. Right? Because, you know, I saw how the run Bland played last year. You know, I saw how much money Dallas Cowboys could save. So, you know, initially I said to let him go. But now that I see the final cap number, The cap is in a very good place. You got the money. You got money to sign players if need be. So keep them. Like you said, injuries can happen at any point. I hope that he does, but I don't think that they will. It makes a lot of sense to go ahead and get an extension done with Dak Prescott. But, it is what it is at this point. Yo, Damian Crow, what's good with you, my boy? Appreciate you for tapping in, showing love to the channel, man. So, yeah, I was going to show y'all this stupid-ass list that they dropped where they got Dak Prescott ranked at the number 13 quarterback. But I'm not going to perpetuate ignorance. Like, if anybody got Dak Prescott outside of the top 10 at this point, they don't know football. I don't care who it is. So we're not going to sit here and perpetuate ignorance. We're not going to sit here and talk about something that we all know for a fact is not true. So we're not even going to go there. But yeah, man, I am finna go stretch out, relax for a little bit. I spent about, Henny, I'm still laughing about to piss out the window. Man, listen, they will piss out a window and call it rain, man. So, let them tell it. If you let them tell it, man, everything is all right in the world. They found a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know what I'm saying? Fat meat really ain't greasy. It's just a little bit of flavoring. So don't let them lie to you. Does a healthy J. Lou pre-injury retain the spot? Well, this is the thing. If J. Lou had stayed healthy, we would have never seen Deron Bland play the way that he played. Deron Bland was able to take over that role due to his production on the field. So, I feel comfortable with Deron Bland because the man had 5 interceptions as a rookie. And if you believe Pro Football Focus, he graded out higher than Jordan Lewis ever did playing that same position. So, and listen, it's a very small sample size. But, I like Deron Bland. However, to answer your question, I don't believe Deron Bland would have got enough snaps in order to just snatch the job away from Jordan Lewis. And remember, Jordan Lewis, when he got hurt on an interception. Like Jordan Lewis had an interception, had a ball in his hand, made a play for the team, a very positive play for the team when he got his injury. So Jordan Lewis could have messed around and had a 5 interception year. So you never know though, because he got hurt. But yeah, man, I'm finna depart. It's finna be 11 o'clock. I'm finna wrap it up. So y'all go ahead, check out. I know y'all got them bottles of hen, gin, them Cowboys in a can. If one of y'all finna not listen to my advice, you finna walk out of here with a bottle of Eagles tears. You're gonna wake up, in a chicken coop, in your drawers, sweating, with a mouthful of shit. Because if you ingest anything from the Eagles, you automatically become a junkie and a shit eater. So put the Eagles tears back. I will give you a refund. Don't walk out with that. It's really just out there for display. It's just out there for display. Do not consume the Eagles tears. You know what I'm saying? You can put it up on the shelf, but don't touch that. He said, good shit. Keep grinding. You on your way, bro. Hey, I appreciate that, my brother. I salute to you for taking time out your day to come into the liquor store and get drunk with your boy on this content, my boy. But yeah, on the way out, man, continue to hit that like button. Continue to hit that share button. Continue to slap them Eagles up, man, because, you want them discounts. So I guarantee you, man, you need to keep slapping them. Keep telling folks to subscribe and keep hitting that cash out. For y'all who want to participate, man, I know, man. Hey, for y'all who want to participate, it's $10 to enter into the raffle. The winner will get a ticket to go to the Dallas Cowboys home game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Right. So first place of that ticket with a seat. Second place of that ticket for standing room. Third place is for a PlayStation 4 or a jersey. You know, you can choose. I ain't gonna hold a gun to your head and make you take a game system. You don't play games. I will give you an out. But yeah, man, salute to y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. I'm actually gonna retire running over Eagles just cause one, the channel is growing. I ain't trying to get sued. You know, I ain't trying to get sued, and you know, not everybody can handle, you know, having good fun. Somebody might actually run an eagle over. Then I gotta, you know, light some sage and pray about it because I put that thought in their head. So I'm going to retire that. But y'all can keep slapping the shit out them though, man. They ain't gonna kill them. But yeah, man, God bless. Y'all hold it down. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.